Dice of the Dead. Heroes of the Broken Lands, a Nimble tabletop RPG actual play podcast, playing Nimble, a fast tactical RPG designed by Evan Diaz.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Dice of the Dead, where the dice decide who lives and who dies. We are continuing our Nimble campaign. The module we're playing is, of course, the Garden of Death. And last time, our adventurers took a relatively simple-seeming job from the Golden Company to escort a caravan of supplies to the small village of Merryvale in preparation for Merryvale's famous Harvest Festival. But when they arrived, they found that Merryvale is straining under some problems. The outlying farms, the crops, the plants are growing wild and out of control. It's as if the land itself is rebelling against the people who eke out a living upon it. And worst of all, the festivities can't even begin, because a pack of marauding goblins have kidnapped the fairy Moonblossom, or as Crunk has taken to calling her, Fairy Bottom, the inhabitant of the fairy tree and the guardian of the village of Merryvale, said to be an agent of the divine himself, who brings blessings to the village and all who live within it. And so, our adventurers set off in pursuit of the goblins, and after travelling for a day and a night across the Valley of Hope, found themselves here, about to enter the primeval forest known as the Elderwild. You stand now on the tree line, on the precipice of the Elderwild. This vast forest of towering trees and exotic flora is infused with magical vitality. It's said to be inhabited by primordial creatures, including mischievous fae, enigmatic woodland spirits, and majestic beasts. Yet dark shadows loom over this enchanted domain, as many a traveller seeking to plunder its secrets or extract its resources has entered and never returned. And it is here that your quarry, the goblins, have decided to flee. So, let's begin, shall we?
Yeah.
Our first steps into the earthy, magical, and somehow alive Elderwild. So, Kale, when we last left off, you were at the head of the group. Are you still scouting ahead? A healthy distance away from everyone else?
Yes.
Very well. Then you can go ahead and start this session by making a perception roll for me.
It's 13.
13. So you move carefully, slowly beyond the first row of trees, and you instantly feel comforted. You smell that earthy scent of the Elderwild, and now you are in your own domain. The goblins cannot possibly hope to hide from you. You know this place like the back of your hand. And after only a few minutes, you catch sight of your quarry. In a clearing just ahead, you see the flickering flames of a campfire illuminating the early morning gloom, flickering light that somehow seems to make the shadows of the trees dance and twist like grasping black tendrils. And camped around the campfire, you see 3 goblin minions. They're roughhousing with each other, joking, wrestling. paying no attention to their surrounds, utterly oblivious to the approach of you and your companions.
Would you like to let us know what you see with your elven eyes?
I'm thinking.
Oh, you're thinking. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know if I want to let you know what I see. Fuck you, do it yourself.
Fine, I will do it myself. Do I have to roll for perception?
No, I pass along what I see.
I see the goblins that took fairy down bottom. That's not very nice. We should go get them.
I mean,
To you, Kronk, one
do
goblin
have
looks
the
the
element
same
of
as
the
any other.
surprise.
And you do, yes. Kale is correct.
It would be funny to see Kronk smash.
Do Kronk that's so they're not aware, the goblins aren't aware of it, yes?
No, they're not
No.
aware of you yet. But
Alright.
bear in mind, Kale did roll a 13, and he may not be seeing the full picture. Hehehe.
Oh, I hate
Alright, so
you
I'm not
do
seeing the
that.
full picture.
So
Oh.
I'll just like make sure that I'll just sort of put my hand on on like Kronk's shoulder and be like, alright, if you're gonna kill them, just make sure none of them can run off, yeah? We don't need any more surprises.
Oh, Kronk's good at that. Kronk took fairy on bottom. Kronk's math. Yeah, Kronk starts like
Rushing ahead.
yeah. It's
Get
like,
him, big
yeah.
guy.
And Cass, did you cast True Strike on him, I take it?
Of course.
Of course you did. So Kronk charges ahead. We begin combat. No need to roll initiative, guys. You've got the element of surprise, so that's 3 actions for everybody.
Oh,
Kronk, you're up first.
all right. Kronk looks at these goblins and goes, "You heard? You kids have the fairy on bottom. I'm gonna get you!" And Kronk likes to rage.
Go ahead, roll your d4, set it aside.
Close enough. Welcome back, Arnold.
Let's see. That is 1 rage die. But either way, Kronk, you go, and he takes a swing at Goblin B.
Yeah. So the goblins just see you come charging out of the brushland, and their eyes immediately grow as wide as dinner plates. They scramble for their spears, nearly falling over themselves. Let's see how many you can kill.
See, so that is a 10 plus with 1 on my rage dice, so that's 11 damage.
Yeah, your axe rises up, it comes down, and there is 1 less goblin, a smear of red blood in the grass where he once was. The other 2 ready their spears and charge at you. So that's 1 action to rage, 1 to move, 1 to attack. Kronk, your turn is over. Kale, you can go next.
I move into the shadows over here.
Yep. Would you like to hide there?
Not necessarily hide, but not stick my head out everywhere so everyone can see it.
So as you move into the shadows, you see pinpricks of light gleaming in the shadow of the underbrush, and you see, hiding there, their mouths salivating, 2 giant rats. Their eyes set on Kronk as they prepare to charge.
Oh dear.
Awesome.
Oh no. Oh no.
I draw and loose at giant rat D.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
16 to hit.
Oh, remember, roll your damage. There's no roll to hit in Nimble.
Oh, there's no roll to hit in Nimble, is there? It's Short bow 1d6 plus dex.
Only if you roll a 1 that you miss.
8.
8. You loose the arrow, it twangs through the air and is buried in the rat's eye. It whimpers once and dies.
Very nice.
Oh, that's a dog.
Sounded like a seal to me.
I'm not good at animals. That's 2 actions I've used.
One more left.
Oh, Giant Rat C is gonna get it.
Go ahead, roll with disadvantage.
I rolled 2 ones.
Oh. The arrow sails through the air and the rat charges forwards just as you fire and thunk! Arrow lands in the trunk of the tree behind it.
Arse badgers.
But you took one out. You're up next, Cass.
Alright, so I'm going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. I'm going to walk, like, wrap around, just be like, don't mind us. We're just passing through. But unfortunately, you have to go. And I'm going to cast Entice on Goblin Minion C. So that will be, so let's see, D4 I believe, yep, D4. Boop. I got a 2. Yep.
He sees you and he becomes transfixed upon you and, like in a trance, just begins to walk forwards, trampling through the campfire. He doesn't even seem to notice that his feet are on fire. He just walks closer and closer until the flames surge through his body and he just falls a burning heap at your feet.
God damn!
Crunk like the burning goblins.
Free meal for you there, big guy. And and I'm going to look over at Minion A and I'm going to cast Rebuke.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll with disadvantage, though.
It always hits, luckily, so...
Luckily.
2d6. Roll. 4.
So, they have a question, and the age-old proverb, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really fall at all? Well, you definitely hear this tree fall. There's a loud thump that seems to rain from the heavens above, and the goblin just falls to the ground as if struck by an invisible log.
Good story.
You
And
heard
then-
that one.
Phelan, you're up. That is, if she is... so I will just type what you'd like to do, and I will roll for you. Brit is currently attending to things and will be with us in voice very shortly.
She hates us. Yeah.
You blame her.
Exactly, so she's going to move into the trees right in front of her, sneak, and attack with her slingshot. Okay, I've got your character sheet, so I will roll your stealth. That is a pass, so Phelan creeps ahead, sliding into the tree line where no one can see her, and then she unfurls her slingshot and hurls a rock at Giant Rat C, using her opportunistic strike to max the damage. The rock sails through the air and finds the target the Kale's arrow could not find. The rat goes to the ground, dead. But the fight is not over yet. You hear rustling in the trees to the left as the other 2 giant rats that were hiding there come barreling out. Their masters are dead, but it doesn't matter. They see fresh meat and they want it. They both charge straight towards Kronk, the biggest, closest target, and they both attack. sinking their teeth into you, Kronk. They roll with advantage as they have pack tactics. So Kronk from...
I'd like to expend my Fury die to use that all you got. When you attack, you may expend 1 die to reduce the damage by strength and dex. So that's reduced by 4 damage.
Yep, don't forget to factor in your extra dex from the Cat's Grace potion you drank last session.
Oh yeah, so that's 6.
6. So Giant Rat A, he does 8 damage, but you soak 6 of it, and you punch him away as his teeth graze the tip of your elbow. Giant Rat B attacks from behind. He rushes in and sinks his teeth into the back of your leg, dealing 6 points of damage. And then
that's not very nice.
you can defend. You can use your reaction to defend, though, if you want, Kronk.
Oh yeah. I can. Yeah, I'll defend that.
Yeah, so you reduce it to 7 because your armor is 1.
No, my arm
But
is
now-
3.
Oh, your armor is 3. Yes, that's right. So you reduce it to 5. So overall, that's 7 points of damage. Pretty good. You can now enact your revenge.
Awesome.
You have 2 actions because you used you used 2 reactions. You have 1 action.
No, the wait. Is
Oh,
that,
yes,
that all you got is just an
Yeah,
ability
that's a
I can
reaction.
use.
Yeah, but
Yep,
it
so-
counts as a... Oh, wait, no, it's not a reaction. Yes, because it's an ability.
Yep.
Because you expended a fury die. Yep, so you've got 2 actions.
Okay. Crunk would very much like to rage again. You go,
You not nice ratties, I'm gonna get you!
and oh, that's a 3. So Crunk will roll to hit Giant Rat A for
How much damage?
11.
11. The axe comes down and severs the rat's head neatly off.
No, take that ratty hell! You don't hurt Kronk, Kronk hurt you!
And yeah, that's it for me because I already do.
Yeah, that's it. You're done. Kale, you're up. 1 giant rat left. Can your arrow find its target this time?
It's open. And 4 plus that is 6 to hit.
6. The arrow sails through the air, and as the rat leaps to Kronk, the arrow finds it in midair, burying itself in the rat's throat. It hits the dirt and leaves a smear of blood in the grass. And suddenly all is quiet again, save for the crackling of the campfire.
Well, rat burger?
Kronk likes the rat burger, Kronk hungry.
Smell
Actually,
of
this-
burning meat begins to fill the air. There is still a smouldering goblin corpse at Cass's feet.
Ooh,
Kronk hungry now. He just picks up the goblin and rips off a leg.
the other white meat.
Crunch! Make me a strength save, please, Kronk.
Sure can. Where's my D20 gone? There's my
Fails and chips a
D20.
tooth.
15 plus
Do you reckon?
17.
17.
Do you reckon he realizes rats are red meat?
But this one was
So-
already cooking.
See, he bites into the goblin and you hear a loud crunch and this awful stench just fills the air. It makes the rest of you nearly retch and you silently weep for Kronk's insides. Cass, you prepare to cast a spell to bring him back from the brink of dead, but he just looks at you and lets out a loud belch. And Kronk, you may recover 1 hit point.
Oh, sick!
That was tasty. Conga, don't you want some? It's very good.
So the
Big
clearing
guy,
appears... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, big guy, doesn't seem even the dead's gonna get you down. And I'll just sort of walk over and start like getting the body, I guess, prepared so if Honk wants more to eat.
It's already fairly beaten and bruised, so you sort of like just bundle it up in a blanket and sling it over your shoulder. It's quite well cooked at this point, and the meat certainly won't spoil for a fair while.
So I'll just put on my list goblin leg.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Rations
spoiled
for
because no
later.
fucker wants to eat it.
He's all drunk.
Oh,
So-
for you, big guy.
So the clearing is now silent, and there's no sign of any other goblins. It's possible the rest of the band left tracks, but Kale, you know that once you enter the Elderwild, the overgrowth becomes so thick that it would take a concerted effort to find someone's tracks. It's relatively easy to disappear in the Elderwild. The trail ahead of you appears to lead further south, but it branches off in multiple directions. There's one trail that leads off to the east, another to the southeast, another to the southwest, and there doesn't seem to be much hint, or any hint at all, of where the rest of the goblins have gone.
Oh, fuck.
Split up the party.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
one
could...
we are not splitting the fucking party in the middle of the goddamn woods.
Well, you can attempt to locate the tracks, Kale, but it may take some time depending on how well you roll, and, well, the more time you spend, the more those goblins have to get away.
Would I be able to make a roll because dragons have even dragonborns have a more keen sense of smell? Can I do a perception roll to see if I can smell any other signs of smoke or something?
Yes, make me a perception roll with advantage, please, since you've justified well enough.
That is 5% plus 0, so that's a straight 15.
15? You pause for a moment, you sniff the air. And somewhere underneath the earthy tones of the Elderwild, there is a faint hint of something unwashed, something that smells like a mixture of piss and shit and vomit. And it's coming vaguely from the south. You can't pinpoint
Bronk
exactly
can smell
where.
himself, though.
Some of it's Kronk smelling himself, but some of it seems to be maybe a slightly less pungent odor traveling south on the wind.
Crump thinks he's picked up a trail. I think we need to go that way.
I think I'm pointing south while I'm actually pointing west. Down here, yeah?
Yeah, in that general vague, it could be anywhere from here to here to here.
You go, follow me, guys. I know the way.
And I get to this little section.
There are tracks going that way, so it's possible.
Hale, if you want, go ahead and make a naturecraft roll for me.
Yeah, I am doing. That was a natural 20.
Ooh, natural 20. Well, I'll tell
Plus
you, Kale.
4.
24 all up. Kale, I'll
24 all
tell
up.
you that hiding from you in your natural domain is pretty much impossible because it takes you only scant seconds to sweep away some blades of grass and reveal 2 sets of goblin tracks. One travelling directly south down this trail. This appears to be the main group as there are several sets of tracks. There is also a set of older tracks left by a lesser group, only 1 or 2 goblins, heading down to the southeast down this trail.
Well, looks like we should split the party.
Okay, who wants to go with Clunk? I like adventuring with friends.
Right behind you, big guy.
And without thinking about it, Kronk just starts going down this trail.
Maybe. I'll just reluctantly follow him. It's like, I just look back, it's like, he's gonna get himself killed otherwise.
Probably best he has a chaperone, I agree. And so that leaves you for... that leaves you, Phelan. Would you like to follow Kronk and Cass, or are you going to stick with Kale, who seems, I'll be frank, much more like he knows what he's doing?
I'm happy to stick with Kale.
So Kale and
Okay,
Phelan.
so we go the other way.
So let's start with Kronk and Cass. So Kronk and Cass, you're slowly making your way down the trail. The trees seem to grow narrower around you, seem to press in, almost like the forest is alive and it's consuming you, slowly growing tighter and tighter around you when you're not looking. So, Kronk, you're ahead of Cass, so I would like you to go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
And do. Kronk sees shit with a 1.
Right. So, Kronk, you're just walking ahead. Cass, are you keeping a healthy distance behind, or are you matching his pace?
I would keep like us like at 5 to 10 feet behind him, just so I can just keep an eye out to see if anything's going to try and sneak up on him. I'm
So
basically
here's-
using him like bait almost bait. You know, don't want to.
He's the canary in the coal mine.
Basically, yes, he is very much the canary here.
The big red canary. So Kronk, you're following that scent you picked up, absent-mindedly walking down the trail. You don't notice the rope laid in the undergrowth at your feet. You blindly step forward, and Cass, you do spot it. You see Kronk's big red foot step on the rope, pull it down, and then suddenly there is a loud rumbling sound and the sound of snapping wood. Cass, you have forewarning because you stayed behind, so you may make your dex save with advantage, but Kronk, as you see the giant tree trunk come tilting down towards you into the middle of the trail, you may make your dex save with disadvantage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What did you fucking roll?
Nat 1.
I got an 18 plus 0, so 18.
So Cass, I'll give you an option then. You can rush forwards and pull him back, but you may risk hurting yourself too. But it will be less than had you just had it land on you.
I'm gonna rush in and pull him back.
Go ahead, make me a might check, please.
Might. What's my might at the moment? Oh, that's 3, so let's just.
I need to put these D20s in jail.
Ooh, nat 1.
Oh,
Yeah, 4.
You rush forwards, you wrap your hands around Kronk to pull him back, but he's one, too big, and he's absent-mindedly walking ahead, oblivious to the tree just about to tumble down on top of him, and crash! A grand oak tree lands in the middle of the trail, knocking the two of you off your feet, and you each take 5 points of damage, knocked to the ground, bruised,
Oh, jeez.
beaten, but still alive.
What was that? I just tree come out of nowhere and my head hurts now.
I just sort of put my hand to my chest and look down and just sort of smile to myself, knowing. And I look back and I'm like, you need to pay better attention to your surroundings.
There's just a very great big tree here. Just no one cleaning up the forest. Someone could have tripped on this.
I just grab his head and pin it, pull his head down so he could look at the rope and be like, eyes on the ground. Please.
Why would someone leave a perfectly good rope on the ground?
Cass just gives up and just says, just keep walking.
May I drink my health potion, please?
Yes, go ahead. 2d4 plus 4. You uncork it, and the red liquid slides down your throat. You instantly feel invigorated.
4 and 4. Fantastic. 2d4 plus what, sorry?
Plus 4.
So, 4. Quackulator.
By the way, it
2d4
was
plus
5
2.
damage, right?
Yes, 5 damage. 2d4 plus 2, not 4, sorry.
4 plus 2. So
Yeah.
10. Okay, excellent. Awesome, almost back at full health. Awesome. Okay, good. Good.
You grab Cass by the hand and you just pull him onwards, stepping over the great tree trunk, and thankfully, from this point on, the trail seems to be relatively safe. It opens up into another small clearing, and from here the trail splits off again, heading to the east and down to the south.
May I do another sniff check?
Go ahead, make me a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Okay, I like these dice a lot better. That was an 8 and a 19. So that's a flat 19.
Stop and sniff the air again, and you detect that unmistakable goblin stench. It's unmistakably somewhere to the south. Again, I can't pinpoint the exact direction, but somewhere in the vicinity to the south. But you also detect a sweet, fruity, herbal smell coming from somewhere to the east.
At this point, this is like one of the Looney Tunes cartoons. A little smelled finger comes up going,
Kronk smells something good.
and Kronk just starts wandering this way.
To the east, down the eastern trail. What do you do, Cass?
Is it possible by any chance to just, I don't know, close my eyes for a second and just give me an idea, almost like praying to the Almighty for a minute, just to see if I can get any sort of just divine guidance. Because at the moment, after the tree, Cassian's like, I really should not be trusting him to lead the way. It's like a pit bull with a fucking chasing a toddler. It's like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah, fair enough. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Insight, gotcha. So that's wheel, right? Yep. D20 plus 4. Oh god, 6.
Oh,
I can't send digital dice into jail.
We can put them in digital jail. We just have to imagine it with our minds. You close your eyes. You listen for the voice of the Almighty, but the forest itself is alive. The sounds of woodland creatures scurrying underfoot, the sounds of the wind in the branches, the sound of the earth seemingly breathing, taking rasping, rumbling breaths, the sound of something deep below your feet beating, thump, 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 thump. And the Almighty's voice, if you can hear it at all, is utterly drowned out.
oh.
I just look around, like, I look up at the sky for a sec with my eyes closed, can't hear anything. And I just look around at all, and listening to all the noises around me. I'm like, I am burning you down when I get out of here. And I just go back to following Kronk.
Back to following Kronk. Meanwhile, Kale and Phelan are making their way down the opposite trail. They don't make it very far down the trail before they both hear the sound of the tree crashing to the earth. But they have their own problems to deal with. Kale, you're leading the way, so I'd like you to go ahead and make the perception check, please. You may be muted, Archer.
Or is he not there? Archer, hello.
Mysterious. I mean, Phelan, you can go ahead and make an examination check if you like.
Ooh, yes, please.
Since you are matching his pace.
Hello?
Ah, you're back. So I'd
I have
like you
no
to
idea
make-
what happened. Sorry, my mic disconnected from the thing. I had to re-plug in XLRs and stuff to get it to fix.
I will do that. Go ahead and make a perception check and
I did. I got a 21.
21. And Phelan, you can make an examination check because there's multiple things to find here.
19.
19.
Yeah.
So, Kale, you notice first that along this trail there are several spots where the earth appears to be recently disturbed. And you point it out to Phelan. She takes a step forward and she examines the spots that you're pointing out, and you find quite well hidden, I might add, to the point where had she not pointed out exactly where they begin and where they end, even with noticing the earth had been disturbed, you may have had trouble tiptoeing around them. Several pit traps that have been dug, usually coincidentally right under the tracks that you're following.
3 gold crunk falls into one of these.
He probably would have had he come down this trail.
Yep.
I wonder if that's what that noise was for.
Could have been. It could have been. Can we skirt our way around it?
You sure can, and no roll needed because you both did so well at finding them. So you make your way carefully, slowly around the trail, skirting around the tracks until the trail ends in yet another clearing. And Kale, with that 24 that you rolled, I will tell you what you see as you emerge into this clearing. Directly to the south, you see a wide open expanse. There is a small pond in the center of it, its surface twinkling as the reflection of the canopy dances on its surface. But more importantly, there is, camped on its edge, a band of goblins, much more than before, at least 5 of them, their tent pitched on the edge of the pond, and to the left, a wrought iron cage with the fairy Moonblossom lying, seemingly unconscious, on the iron floor.
Oh, there's our scumbags.
You also catch, out of the corner of your eye, the glimpse of movement to the east, Kronk and Cass disappearing down a trail.
Let's go get them and point Kronk this way because Kronk smash.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a good time if we take them on their own.
I mean, we might. They're only goblins, but
Still.
let's go get Kronk and Cass because, yeah, fuck that.
It might take a lot of convincing because Kronk smells something very sweet.
Yes.
Let's go get Cass and leave Kronk. Kronk can
Kronk
do
to his
whatever.
own devices.
He can frolic with the fairies.
Well, Kronk's found something that he's avoided pretty much his whole life, because by the time the two of you catch up to Kronk and Cass, they have reached a brook. A stream of clear, gleaming water running through the forest. The water is so clear that peering into the brook, you can see each pebble, each grain at the riverbed. You can see the multicolored tiny schools of fish darting back and forth. And Kronk, you're the one approaching the brook. And so, as you approach it, I would like you to please go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh no.
18.
18.
Kronk smell.
Kronk steps up to the river's edge, and Kronk, the river smells lovely. You've never been one for bathing. Just remember what happened when that goblin peered under your loincloth last session, but you suddenly feel compelled to step into the river because the brook seems to fill the air with this sweet, earthy, herbal aroma. It's so enticing, and as you step closer to the edge, seems almost like the stream isn't gurgling, it's giggling, softly laughing at some unspoken joke.
Would I recognize this if I've rolled so highly on my inspection of the forest?
Yeah, go ahead, make me a naturecraft check with advantage, because you'd be quite familiar with this.
$18.
18. So, you recognize this as a stretch of what you've come to know as the Giggling Brook. You're not sure whether it's harmful, but you do remember tales told to you when you were very young, when you were being educated on the ways of the forest and how to survive in it, that the Giggling Brook, if pleased, can offer a boon to any who bathe within it.
Alright. Kronk.
What?
Stop.
Well, it smells so good.
Yeah. I know. But you don't want to annoy the brook.
I'm not gonna annoy the brook.
No. Just say please before you get into the water. Try and be polite. And ask it if you can bathe first.
Okay. Brooke, is it okay if I dip my toe into you?
The water laps at the edge of the river, giggling.
Kronk edges a little bit further.
I'm not sure. Is it okay? I've never had a bath before, but you smell so good. I just wanna get in. Is it okay, please?
Second half of your sentence is drowned out in raucous laughter. You get to, I've never had a bath before, and the water lashes at the river's edge, and the voice laughs.
I'm not sure if that's good or not.
Can I do a perception check to see if that's good or not?
Yeah, go ahead if you like.
15.
15. As the river laughs, the water seems to move faster. The ripples on the surface become more erratic, more chaotic, and the force of the running water pushes aside a pebble at the bed of the river, revealing something metallic and shiny wedged under a waterlogged piece of wood.
Hey, when Kronk took the health potion, did you keep the vial at all?
We'll just say I did.
Okay.
I'd say Kronk probably kept it. It's shiny.
Hey, big guy, can I borrow the glass bottle for a second?
Your friend, here you go.
And I hand him the vial.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the river's edge, and I'm going to put some of the water into the health potion vial just to get a better look at it.
You have to
Or at least
ask whether if that's okay first.
It's easy enough to do. You dip the bottle into the water, you lift it up, and it's now filled with very clear, very sparkling water. The bottle seems to have the same herbal, soothing aroma as the brook itself.
Interesting.
Can Kronk have a pick up that metallic thing that got revealed?
Yes, you'll have to do a might check, though.
Ooh, I could certainly do that. Something
I'm just gonna
good at.
put a cap on the vial and store it away for a sec.
That is a 14 plus 4, so 18.
Alright, is anyone going to stop Kronk from stepping into the river to unwish this?
I just back away slowly.
Can I just be like, I guess we're doing this now and still saving Moonblossom?
Apparently so. 2 idiots in a river, I guess.
One idiot in a river, as I'm pouring cap the vial and walk back.
Kronk, you wade into the water. A school of tiny golden fish pause for just a moment to study you and then dart away as you take another step forward. The water is cool against your skin. So soothing, oddly refreshing. You seem to have pleased the brook. You told it a joke, or rather, you are the joke. And so stepping into the water grants you inspiration. You may, until you spend this inspiration, re-roll any dice roll, including combat ones. You make your way out into the middle of the river, kneel down and wedge the great waterlogged piece of wood free. And I would like you to go ahead and roll for me 2d6, please.
2d6. I can certainly do that. 8.
8. Ooh, very nice. The metallic shining thing you see seems to be some sort of medal. It's circular, roughly the size of your palm, and attached to a thick brass chain. It's emblazoned with the image of a fist. And as you pull it out and hold it in your hand, you can feel unmistakable magic power emanating from it.
Oh. I guess Crunk would be too stupid to figure out what it is. Actually, can I roll to see if I know what it is? Because I want to use so dumb I'm smart sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead, make an Arcana check, and if it fails, you can use your so smart you're dumb.
Arcana, -1, so... That's, and it'll... Wait, so do I... Oh, no, the, so dumb I'm smart is intelligence.
Yes, which is an Arcana. That is an Arcana check, though. Intelligence.
Arcana is intelligence.
Yes, yep. So that counts.
Oh, okay. Oh, so... Reroll with advantage. Okay. Ooh. 15.
So you're all sort of expecting any second for Kronk to just, like, disappear under the surface of the water, for the brook to carry him away. Instead, he returns, waving the medal in his hand, shouting, "Look what Kronk found!" And Kronk, you suddenly get this idea in your head that this is a medal of muscle. That as an action, you can squeeze this tightly in your hand to gain advantage on a strength check or strength save. And after you do this, the medal loses its power until the next time you make camp or have a safe rest.
So it's advantage on strength check.
Yep, just pasted the thing in there.
Okay. And so as Kronk walks out, you know he's a red dragonborn, but he's now like more sparkling and more vibrant red. You never realized how beautiful his scales were till right now.
Because he's had a nice wash.
So, guys, I found it, and aren't they really sparkling now? Look at me. Ugh.
Oh my god, you're actually
Motherfucker.
cute.
In fact, Kronk, as you seem to have pleased the brook, as soon as you step back onto dry land, the water seems to stir again. This time, it flows, changing the direction it's flowing, rushing to the south, disturbing some brushland, knocking some stones and pebbles out of the way, and revealing to the party a passage through the trees to the south, if you were to follow the brook.
Guys, I don't think the nice river is telling us where to go. Let's go, guys.
No, but we've already found Moonblossom.
He's going, yeah.
We'll just follow him and we'll get around to it, I guess.
Yeah, this should loop back to where they are anyway.
Here's what I can do. Oi!
When the rest
still
when the rest of you step into the water, it doesn't seem as deep as it was when Kronk stepped in it. In fact, it barely laps around your ankles. It takes only a few minutes of walking before you're once again back on dry land, emerging on the opposite side of a copse of trees into yet another clearing. Here, there is a trail that leads to the west, towards where the goblins are camped, but a bit closer to you, a bit further inland, there is a break in the tree line, and visible just beyond it, a small alcove where you can just make out the sight of what looks like a dead, withering tree stump. The base of it covered in brilliant white flowers.
Can I see that from where I am?
Yes, you can all see it, but you need to get closer to have a good look, which I see Kale is doing.
I'm also following.
You are as well.
I'm also doing a nature craft.
Go
Look at
ahead.
the pretty flowers.
And Phelan, you can do an examination check if you like as well.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna
It's
hang
a
at the back.
24 again.
Ooh, lucky tonight. And Cass bringing up the rear, just in case. How'd you do, Phelan?
I got a 13.
13. So, Kale, you step through the tree line into this small alcove, and you instantly recognize this tree stump as being of the same species as the fairy tree back in Maryvale. However, this one is long dead, devoid of life. If there was a fairy inhabiting this one, it's long gone. Furthermore, its surface seems to be moving, riddled with giant woodlouse, eating away at the bark, gorging themselves on its corpse. And Phelan, you notice something perhaps even more interesting. You've heard of adventurers coming into the Elderwild to plunder its many secrets and treasures. You've heard that many of them have never come out, and in fact you found one of them. You see a skeletal hand reaching out from a crack in the tree stump, clutching a leather pouch with a golden chain.
How long do you think it takes to kill a couple of giant bugs?
Don't even bother responding. I just take aim at Woodlouse D and loose.
Go ahead. And I'll get everyone else to roll for initiative, please.
Uh,
Kale, you get 3 because you started the combat and it's a surprise.
Five. So that's
10.
1.
14.
Okay, so 2 for Phelan, 1 each for Kronk and Cass. And Kale, how much damage was that?
6.
6. Arrow hits the giant woodlouse, chips away at some of its exoskeleton, and then bounces to the ground. Now the bugs know you're there. They stop gorging themselves. Their eyes twinkle briefly in the gloom of the forest, and then they begin to scuttle towards the party.
Oh, crapola. I aim at it again and mark it give it the hunter's mark.
Yep, cancelling out disadvantage.
Cancelling out disadvantage and attack again. 8.
8. This time your aim is much more true. As it scuttles off the tree stump, you take this opportunity and loose an arrow, burying it in the soft underbelly of the woodlouse. It squeals, rolls onto its back, and its legs kick in the air for a few seconds before it dies.
I have another action still.
Attack, Hunter's Mark. No, you just used all three.
No, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Phelan, you're up.
Slingshot time.
Go ahead.
I don't really want to get near them. I'm a little bit fledged.
Probably wise. How much damage we looking at?
So that is 6.
6 damage?
Woodlouse scene.
Yep. The rock sails through the air, it hits the woodlouse, knocking it off the tree stump, leaving a dent in its exoskeleton. It looks really angry, if a bug can indeed experience such emotions.
I believe they can, and I'm going to take a second hit.
Go ahead, roll with disadvantage this time.
It's a 5.
5. The second rock lands at the insect's head, crushing it.
Bye-bye.
And then we go to Cass, you're up.
Okay, so do I, because I've been like sort of just hanging around the rear, mostly keeping an eye on the, south over here. Would I,
Yep.
when I'm looking over and seeing the woodlouse on the tree, do I sort of like pick up that it looks similar to the tree in town? Or does it look a bit too different?
You went up and examined that tree personally, so I'd say yes, you do notice the similarities.
So I'd sort of be like, seeing a bunch of insects desecrating what's essentially a holy tree almost.
Exactly.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Use movement to get up to there. I sprint past everyone, and I'm just like, all right, all of you out, and I am going to rebuke twice. So on giant woodlouse be first.
Yep. Well, you don't have 3 actions though, do you, Cass?
Oh no, I've got 2 actions.
Yes, you can only do it to 1.
Or 1. Or 1 because
yes.
I rolled a 10.
Yes, well, no, I'd say 10 gives you 2.
Okay, 10 gives 2? Alright.
This once, we'll say. I'm being nice.
Oh, just this once? Oh, thank you, sir. I'd be fine with just 1. I'd just run and yell.
Yeah, you're seeing a desecration of the Almighty and you're role-playing your characters, I'll let you have that second action.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a 1 then.
It's a miss. No,
rebuke doesn't miss.
No, it doesn't, but it's 1 damage.
Yes, 1 damage.
This time, the sound that's heard is your voice screaming in the name of the Almighty. Your fury itself seeming to strike the insect. It flinches for a moment, pauses, and then continues scuttling towards you. Kronk, you're up.
God damn it, I was eating a cookie.
Well, they'll eat you.
I'm trying to think what I can do with only 1 action.
You can pretty much just run in, I think, unless you'd prefer to wait here, out of the way. It's up to you. I could think of one thing you do have, your breath. But you have to make an attack, don't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Um,
Can rage and get that ready for next turn if you want.
No, Crunk is gonna go in front of Phelan and protect in case the
bugs come out.
Yeah, it was going.
Fallon's got you, little elf. No one's gonna hurt you with Crunk here.
And then we hear the sound of wood collapsing under its own weight as the stump breaks apart, revealing 2 more giant woodlouse to the south, joining the attack. Woodlouse A and B charge forwards towards Cass. Woodlouse A attacks first.
Gotcha.
Scurrying up your leg, sinking its pincers into your flesh for 3 points of damage.
Noted.
And then Woodlouse B takes the other leg, scurrying up. You feel sickened as you feel its legs, hundreds of them scuttling up you, and then you feel the pain of its bite for 4 points of damage.
I'm going to use my reaction on that one for the armor, so I'll be taking 6 off.
Ooh, so that's 0 from Woodlouse B, so just from the first one you take damage.
3. Yep.
The other 2 bugs scurry past you, one towards Kronk and one towards Kale. Kronk, the one in front of you, rushes forwards and he bites you for 3 points of damage.
I'm going to defend that to negate it.
Go ahead, negate it. That's 1 reaction used. And Woodlouse E coming towards you, Kale. He bites you for 3 points of damage also. Unless you'd like to react and defend.
Mic problems again, Mr. Archer?
They do happen.
I'll take the damage.
Take the 3 damage, and we loop back around to your turn, Kale.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I pull a dagger from my belt and sink it quickly into the mouthpieces of the woodlouse that's biting me.
Yes, go for it. Soft, sticky, gooey wound.
4. That's a 6.
That's a 6. It squeals, it screams as you pierce, and then it pulls itself with force off the blade, landing in a heap at your feet. You think it's dead, but it quickly flips over and continues to scurry towards you.
Stamp on it. Big book, stamp.
It is about the size of a cat or a small dog. But you can still try.
You can still stamp on those.
Go ahead.
Would that be a D20?
Make a might check, please.
$50. 15, even.
15, yep. You rush forwards while it's still on its underside and stick your toe cap into its underbelly, revealing its innards. It is dead.
No, fucking shit.
Yes, your feet are now covered in goo and bits of exoskeleton. One more action.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3. Start of a new turn.
I let loose a giant woodlouse A.
Yeah, let's see how you do.
7.
7, very nice. Your arrow hits it in one of the antennae. Seems to stun it for a second. The other antenna questing wildly, trying to find the source of the disturbance. But it's still alive. And then we go to Cass.
Okay. So the one I hit with rebuke, that it still looks pretty healthy.
Still looks pretty healthy.
All right. So I'm gonna grab one of them with my left hand, with my gauntlet hand, and be like, "You have desecrated this tree long enough," and I go for a withering touch.
Ooh, very nice.
So D12. 3.
Ooh. 3, still better than nothing.
That is true.
You lay your hand on it, and then when you wrench your hand back, the giant woodlouse's exoskeleton has turned an ashen grey colour, chipped, weathered with age, and it counts as undead.
Mm-hmm. Now, question. Does it look bloody?
It is bloodied, yes.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to use my Searing Light.
Ooh.
So I deal will D8 radiant damage to an undead or a bloodied enemy. So that would be what?
And it is both.
Yeah, so it'd be 2d8. Just want to give it a test. 14.
You brandish your symbol of the Almighty, and a brilliant ray of sun instantly pierces the forest canopy. It burns this woodlouse to a crisp. Its body disintegrates into ash before your eyes.
And that, I believe, will be the end of my turn.
And we go to Kronk.
Yeah.
Alright, Kronk first would like to try to smash the first woodhouse in front of him.
Yep, number F, go ahead.
That is a 9.
Oh,
Nine.
So that is an 11.
An
And
11.
Yep. With that, I also would like to use my Dragon Breath to
Yes.
extend the damage to because I can divide damage.
Yep. So 3 damage. You get 3 extra points, and you can divide those amongst. So if you want, you can do your attack on the one in front of you and deal the extra 3 points to the other one.
On number 8, yep.
Yep.
So-
So what Kronk's breath look like? Because it could be dragon breath, but it could also just be he's got really smelly breath.
Gingivitis, the silent killer.
Oh, Chuckles, get out of here. Wrong campaign.
Kronk's just like, God onions.
No,
Halitosis.
everyone's actually just really surprised. It's just like a normal dragonborn breath. Everyone looks at Kronkstein thinking it's like, he just looks like a dumb idiot. Then at times like these, they forget he's a dragonborn.
So the axe comes down on the woodlouse in front of you, cleanly severing it in 2. Then you step forwards and let out a roar so loud that the trees around you tremble as a single plume of flame jets through the air and chars the second woodlouse to a crisp, killing it. And then suddenly, once more, all is silent.
Yay!
Let's all.
Sorry, I just had to post that screenshot of what it looked like on my screen.
Wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing too.
Beware, for I am Frank.
I mean, he probably does forget what his name is sometimes.
So I'm with Cass and run over to the tree as well.
I'm gonna run over to a tree and immediately just look up and just try and press my hand on it, see if I can feel like anything divine coming off of it.
You feel
I sort of just
saddened.
I pull out like the holy symbol. I'm on my knees, like hand on the thing, like giving the prayer of the Almighty, just trying to get anything.
You feel saddened. The tree is long dead. Not even a flicker remaining. But, in a way, you feel the Almighty has rewarded you for making sure the remains of one of his creations was not disturbed. Because as you place your hand on it, the bark seems to crumble away, revealing the dead adventurer entombed within, long ago mummified, nothing left but a skeleton wearing a suit of rusted chainmail. The outreaching hand that's reaching out of the trunk trying to escape grasps a silk pouch with a gold lace and a gold chain, and the other arm, the hand is clutching the strap of a very obviously magical shield.
I sort of try and pry the opening up enough that I can get the entire body out.
Or would you like Kronk to help you with that?
I'll try, and then you'll probably see me struggling and be like,
Big guy, little help here.
No, we'll let you try first. We'll see what the digital curse dice say.
Well, no roll needed for that, Cass, because the Almighty does reward his servants, and you do want to give this man a proper burial, and it seems like the entire stump seems to just crumble away at your touch. The skeleton falls forwards, landing in your outreaching arms, and then he too slumps to the ground.
Okay, scary skeletons.
I'll lay him down. I'll just lay him down on the in front of the tree and be like,
How did he even get in there?
and I'm going to pull out my shovel and just start digging. Be like,
Look, shouldn't put any of the gear to waste. We got a shield here. Maybe we can. I don't know if any of you are going to use it. Maybe we can sell it in town, or maybe they'll know better.
Crunk thinks we should save it and see if it's anything special or just a shield we can, just sell.
I'll check with the priest in town. Maybe he knows something.
Perhaps.
And I'll
the shield is seemingly in immaculate condition. It's emblazoned. It's a relatively small to medium-sized shield, perhaps no more than a buckler, and it's emblazoned with a brilliant black crow. The armor is rusted, too rusted to be of use, and the pouch, well, who knows what that contains.
I'm just going to put the shield and the pouch to the side and just let the rest, have a look at that while I start digging a shallow grave in front of
to put him in?
Yep, to put him in. Yep.
Kronk opens the pouch.
Kronk, go ahead and roll 2d6 for me, please.
Oh, ooh. That is a 6. Sorry, not 6, 8.
That is an 8. Right. You open the pouch and tip it upside down. A handful of gold coins spill out onto the grass, in addition to a rolled up piece of parchment. Dirtied, yellowed with age, but obviously humming with magical electricity.
Well, Cass is doing this. For some god knows reason, Kronk hands the parchment to Phelan, going,
Here, I found this. Maybe you can look at it. I don't know.
Phelan, you can make... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if I could also take a look at the chain as well.
The chain, yeah. Go ahead, make me an Arcana check or a Law check, whichever one you like.
Arcana. And that is a 14.
14. You unfurl the parchment, and it is as you expected it to be, a magical scroll. This is a Tier 1 electric scroll. You may use it to cast a Tier 1 electric spell once, and then it crumbles into dust. The chain binding the pouch appears to be nothing special, except for the fact that it's made of pure gold. It should fetch a pretty penny were you to sell it. And of course, there's the other contents of the pouch. About 40 gold pieces all up, 10 for each of you. You also take a look at the shield that was placed on the side, and this, you think, is the real prize. Your mind goes back to those days you spent in the guild hall, exchanging rumours with other members of the Explorers Guild, whispering about scores that you wish you'd one day have the chance to lay your dirty fingers on, and today you have. This is a shield of crows +2 armor for anyone who can use it. This scuffed silver buckler is covered in scratches as if it was stashed away in a bird's nest. While holding this shield, you can spend an action to speak its command word and summon a murder of crows. For up to 12 hours, these birds will scout terrain, warn you of enemies, and keep watch while you sleep. Their presence may reveal you. They do not engage in combat and will flee if attacked or threatened. Once you've summoned a flock, the shield loses its ability to summon another one until you make camp or have a safe rest. In addition, holding the shield grants you the ability to speak with crows and other corvids.
That is so cool!
Do I
wasn't
know
going to
exactly
pick a
what this
shield.
is? Huh?
Yep, you know what I've told you.
Guys, do you know what this is? We've been looking for this for fucking ages, man. We don't even know where it was, and it's just been in this bloody forest this entire bloody time.
Yeah, the only thing Crunk is understanding that he can talk to crows and make animal friends. That's all he cares about.
As soon as she explains what it is, that's the only thing that he passes. Ooh, feathered friend.
Not just that, but they can also protect you, and they can look out for things, dude.
I think we should keep the shield.
That's a very good idea, Kronk, and I pat him on the head.
I just look at everyone like,
Do any of you even have any shield training? Do you
Wait.
even know how to use that?
How does Fallon reach my head? Phelan reach my head.
I jump.
And she can do that.
You squat like a good dragonling.
You kneel down to your queen.
Kneel before your queen.
calm down,
could ju-
Daenerys.
I just imagine you uppies.
Upper, head pat. Yes.
And you know what? It'd be believable for Kronk to pick up Uppy's forehead pats.
Yep. Crunk picks Phelan up.
Good boy.
Guys, I'm sorry.
No, I love it.
Oh no,
I'm just there in the shadows watching like... I'm just there in the shadows watching like, you guys are fucking weird.
Kale, you've lived in this forest your whole life, and they are less civilized than the animals, you think?
Yes.
Can I summon the bird?
You sure can.
Wait, hold on. In character, Crunk thinks that's a fantastic idea. Out of character, Dale said we could get noticed because of the crows, and the goblins on the other side of the trees might see the crows.
How have the goblins not even heard us yet?
Well, you know, there's a big, like, several tens of meters of thick woodland
There's
between you
woodland
and them.
between us. They'd actually not hear quite as much as you'd think.
So back in character,
Crunk wants to talk to your pretty birdies.
Wait. What if we use the birds on the crows? On the goblins?
Out of character question, with the way attuning, how does attuning work?
So there's
Like
no attunement in Nimble. You can just have as many magic items as you can, because they tend to not be like in D&D where it's like +2 to damage and stuff. They tend to have like more creative abilities, so there's no harm in them sort of stacking. There is proficiency, of course, but this is just a shield, and so if you equip a shield and you're not proficient in shields, it just means that when you defend, it'll take 2 reactions instead of 1.
So for example, if Gronk wants to like just not equip the shield, but just like keep it on his person, he could still activate the crows.
Yes, he doesn't need to equip it to whisper the command word, no.
Okay, alright, cool. Good to know.
I have become the pack mule.
Hey, you want animal friends?
Would Kronk like friends?
Crunk likes more friends.
Said
Okay,
Kronk,
have
you
to be
can...
careful.
Oh, Crunk, be careful.
You can use the shield, Kronk, and add +2 to your armor, but like I said, if you do that, you'll use 2 reactions to defend instead of 1.
But if I'm proficient with it, it's only 1.
Yeah, if you're proficient with it,
Okay.
it's just normal. And you can get proficient later if you want.
For
Looks
now,
like I've got to teach them.
For now, just keep it on my back.
Yep, keep it on your back, not using it, but it is still on your person, which grants you the ability to talk to birds and summon the flock if you need to.
So, Cass puts it on my back and I just go, friends!
And suddenly the trees around you erupt as 50, 60, 70 crows caw at once. You don't know if they were there before you summoned them, or if they just popped into existence, but they're here now, and at once they take to the sky, dispersing into the forest canopy.
Well, so much for the element of surprise.
Hey, while he's doing that, can I grab up the bundle that everything was in and just pick up any flowers that are around and just stuff the bundle filled with flowers?
You sure can. The flowers are very brilliant white. They don't seem to be particularly special, but they're pretty, and you've never seen ones like this, and it's possible someone back in town might be interested enough to pay for them.
Oh.
Crunk puts an arm out and waiting for some crows to, come and see his new friend.
Yep. So you wait for a few minutes, and then once more you hear the flapping of hundreds of wings, and the canopy above is suddenly blanketed in a carpet of black. A single crow flits down and lands on your shoulder, Kronk. He looks into your eyes and loudly caws, but you hear it as,
Friend! Friend! Nasty people! Nasty over the trees! Seven and scurrying with legs hiding in the underbrush.
and he reveals 2 giant rats hiding in the underbrush, ready to be sicked upon you should you disturb the goblins.
Ooh. And just out of character, I'm sorry, because you said there was like between 70 and 90 crows, I just said the image of all the crows clinging onto Kronk, lifting her up in the air over to the goblins, and I'm just going
You can ask them to do that if you want.
Oh my god!
It'll be up to you to roll might to make sure you don't fall down, but...
You are next.
First off, going.
It's great to meet you, new friend. I'm so glad we found you. You're all so beautiful. You got beautiful black feathers, and thank you for telling me where all the ratties are. I don't suppose you've seen this beautiful little fairy. I think her name is Longbottom.
Ah!
Crow caws again.
Little girl with wings in cage. Asleep but can wake her up. If wake up can do the magic.
Oh. So I'm the only one that can understand crows, yes?
Yep.
Okay, so Kronk relays that information to the others that if she's woken up, she can possibly do magic.
You'd have to get to the cage, but sure, yes.
Yes. But I do like that idea. So, I would like to say to the crow, send one of the crows to Moonblossom to wake her up, and I want to go with the Kronk's flight of the Valkyries onto the goblins.
Oh god, we got a B-17 with dragon breath.
Just like, napalm!
You just carpet bomb.
So the rest of you can't hear what the crows are saying, but you can hear Kronk, and you hear him quite loudly say, You go wake her up, and rest of you carry me over trees, boom! And so you know what he's going to do, and you just sort of exchange this collective sigh. And then, Kronk, I'd like you to make a might check for me, please.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna bless him.
Can I just take a second to derail this and just imagine, like, properly think about how terrifying a paratrooper Kronk would be?
Yes. Exactly.
And drop him on a bunker, the bunker is no more.
All the goblins look up and they just see underneath the loincloth.
Ooh, I didn't think that.
Land on them, pistol whip!
Like, even Canada wouldn't commit that war crime.
Okay. Oh, nat 20. Thank you very much.
So one of the crow's claws immediately darts away off to wake up Moonblossom. The other crows swoop down, moving in unison, perching on Kronk's shoulders, his arms, the back of his neck. And then the wings begin to flap, and they slowly at first, but then faster and faster lift him off the ground. He's a meter off the ground, 2 meters, 3, and then all of a sudden he's up in the canopy of the forest, and he disappears into the greenery. You see the black carpet, the mass of flapping wings disperse, sucked into the greenery, and you hear Kronk's cry. And then the rest of you decide, if you want to back him up, you should start running for it down that trail.
Question, are we able to sneak through the wooded section to our left?
Oh, well, I bet you probably can if you give it a second.
You mean like go all the way over the
No,
tree?
she means straight through here, straight through the trees, yes.
Yeah,
Which
straight
you
through.
Yeah.
Would I be small enough to do that? Huh?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you would have been heard and seen otherwise, but I think they're going to be very distracted in a second.
I mean, we've got Ride of the Dragon Curries.
So I would like Cass, Phelan, and Kale to make stealth checks with advantage, please.
$17. Okay.
Yes, very good, very good. Mm. 11. And Phelan?
22.
22. So normally Cass's armor, the mail shaking as he walks, would give you away. But you just hear the sound of goblin voices screaming and shouting, and Kronk bellowing dun, 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 dun. That covers that sound as you creep through the brushland into the clearing where the goblins are camped on the other side. Kronk, where would you like to land?
Let's see.
Do you want to be dropped and detonate midair like a nuke?
Let's see. He'll like to be dropped on, like, close to Moonblossom, but on top of Goblin A.
On top of Goblin A. Very well. Alright, we begin. I would like everybody except... Actually, I would like Kronk, just you to roll for initiative, please. Everyone else gets surprise, which is 3 actions.
Alright, that is a 18.
18, 2 actions. Okay, so as you're airlifted into the clearing, the goblins look up. They see this shadow cast over their camp, and one of the goblins, the leader, astride a giant rat, just points at you. He barks an order in Goblin, and the others scramble for their weapons. Wasting no time, they pick up their spears and begin hurling them up into the air towards you. The crows caw, startled by the flying spears, and they begin to disperse. but they stick around just long enough to lower you close enough to the ground that you're able to leap down onto Goblin A and crush, snap his head underfoot. But Kronk, I'd like you to make a dex save for me, please, as you have a barrage of spears sailing in your direction.
Okay, so that is 17, 19, 21.
21, nice. You duck as a handful of spears sail over your head. Only one of them manages to hit you for 4 points of damage.
For a 21, Jesus Christ.
Well,
so that's 15. Yep, okay, we're good.
There is 5 goblins, and they're hurling their spears at you at unison, so you manage to dodge most of them. And then, Kronk, we go to your turn.
Okay, Kronk would very much like to rage. Wait, first off, has Kronk turned around? Is one of the crows trying to wake up Moonblossom?
Yes, you see one crow darting across the ground towards the cage, but he won't get there this round.
You're the goblins that hurt the Moonbottom, and go, I can't forgive you for that.
And rage, my rage dice is, oh god bless it, 4.
Ooh, max rage dice, very nice.
And so with my one action, I would like to go to Flunky.
Go ahead.
And oh no, shit, oh crap, no, that's my actions, shit. Wait, no, because Goblin was here.
Yeah,
that
so
I
you
landed on, so okay.
Yeah,
so
you can just go, and attack him.
Alright, so... Oh, that's a 4 max. Yeah, okay, so that is... Crit.
Crit, very nice.
So I roll again, don't I?
Yes, you do, and if it crits, you roll again.
Alright. Okay, so that is... That's a 3, so... 10... 3 plus 4. That is 17. 16, sorry.
Yeah, 16 damage. The goblin Flunky raises his spear and his little wooden goblin buckler to defend, but your axe comes with such force that it knocks him off his feet, sends him flying to the air, and he lands with a splash into the pond. You glance in his direction for a second, just long enough to see his head bent at a 90-degree angle at the bottom of the lake, the water beginning to turn vibrant red.
Ah, come on, who's next?
And then we will go to the others. Phelan, you can go first, since you are the one who mentioned sneaking through first.
Okay, I'm pulling this. I'm assuming that these guys are all distracted.
Yes, they have not noticed you guys. You got 3 actions each.
Okay, I'm gonna move and attack goblin minions soon with my sword. And that is for a 1d6. I'm going to use my opportunist and get that on the max. Am I getting sneak on this as well?
I'd say yes, because they're all sort of focused on Kronk.
I've got another 6.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's...
So he's
15.
he's got his back turned to you, and no one sees you just emerge from the leaves and silently stab forwards, your dagger going through his neck, instantly killing him. One more action.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one. I'm only used to having 2.
Could try attack again.
I'm going to run back into
the trees. Yep. And you are not seen. So would you like to hide?
Heck yeah.
Go ahead, make a stealth check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. And you silently, just as silently as you came, retreat back into the trees, pulling the leaves around you like a cloak. And Kale, you're up.
I take aim at Giant Rat A and loose.
Yep. To the south, the two rats waiting for their order to attack.
Just whisper, please don't hit me, I'm right next
I mean,
to you.
that's a 6 on the D6, so crit.
Yeah, that's a crit. Roll again.
4, so 6, 4 plus 2 is 12.
Very nice. The rat doesn't even know what hit it. 1 second it's alive, the next it's pinned to the floor, with the arrow acting kind of like a tent peg.
And then I put Hunter's Mark on Giant Rat B.
Yep.
And loose for a 5 damage.
5. Nice shot right there in the rib cage. It squeals in pain and looks very bloodied. And then we go to Cass.
Alright, I just come walking out the tree line, sort of flourishing the mace. Like,
You killed the tree over there, didn't you? Heresy's punishable by death, you know?
as I'm slowly walking over to them, it's like,
Guess I gotta get my hands dirty.
and I'm going to basically, after finishing it, sprint into Flunky B and reach out my gloved hand to do Withering Touch.
Very nice. 2 points.
2.
2 points of damage, but it still has the intended effect. Your hand pats him on the chest. He stumbles back and his skin turns leathery and grey.
And with my last action, I'm then going to, you get the rebuke. So 2, 6, and I'm basically just going to sort of, once again, like yell out, like, you killed it.
By all the almighty.
And that's double damage, so 12.
Let's
12
go.
points of damage. The skin on his forearm melts away, revealing the bone underneath. But he continues stumbling towards you, opens his mouth to say something in Goblin, but no voice comes out. He is definitely bloodied.
I will end my turn just saying, I will bury none of you.
Get them! Get them!
Shouts the Goblin Rat Rider, and from the tent to the south emerge 2 more Goblin minions, already geared up for battle. They charge immediately towards Cass, and both of them attack at once. And Cass, that'll be 1 point from Goblin E and 4 points from Goblin F.
I will defend from Goblin F. I'll take the 1.
Yep. 1 point of damage. Goblin Flunky B, in his undead state, lurches towards you, brandishing his chipped little goblin-sized cutlass. He lurches towards you and strikes you for 10 points of damage.
I can't react twice, can I?
No, you can't. You just have to take it,
I'm down.
unfortunately. Oh, that's
no.
a wound.
Yeah.
That is our first wound. It doesn't mean you're out of the fight. However, if you take any more damage, you will take more wounds, and every time you move or attack, you must make a strength save or fail and take more wounds. So Cass winces in pain as the sword cuts through his armor and pierces his skin, but you see no blood. Odd. Somehow, miraculously, he still appears to be standing. Goblin Rat Rider 2 charges towards Kronk, the tiny rat, bounding him closing the distance in a matter of seconds, and Kronk, he and the rat attack simultaneously with their bite and stab, and that will be 7 points of damage.
I will take a reaction to block. That's 3 points of that, so it only changes to 4.
Correct. Goblin Minion B turns around and hurls his spear in Kale's direction. Kale, that will be 6 points of damage as the spear finds its mark. Unless you defend, of
I'll
course.
take it.
And then Giant Rat B scurries forwards, running towards Kronk, but doesn't have enough movement to get there this turn. Over at the cage, you see the single crow. It's now inside the cage, pecking at Moonblossom's limp body. She stirs, mumbles something, and I'm going to roll. She does not wake up.
Oh.
Kronk, your turn.
Kronk sees Cass, like, taking his first wound. He's down. He's gonna double rage. Like, you hurt my friend! I'm gonna get you!
Two fury dice.
That is a 3, so that's all up plus 7 damage.
Very nice.
And I will take the first attack at the Goblin Rider.
Yep.
Oh, let's see if that hits. Oh, that's a 1. So no,
That is a miss, unfortunately. And because he is a goblin, you trigger his "ha-ha, missed me" ability. He laughs at you and you take 1 point of psychic damage for the audacity of trying to hit him.
Alright, he's even more angry. I will use my last action to swing at him again.
With disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage, yeah, sorry. That's a plus strength, that's a 7 and a 5.
Yep, so 5 plus 7, that's 12 points of damage. You wipe that laugh off his face. It turns into a loud "ow!" as your axe finds its mark, nearly knocking him off his mount. He's quite bloodied, but he's still up.
So how much that hold on, so that was 5 plus the strength, so that's 7. Did you add on my plus 8
yep.
damage?
I did, yep.
So, okay, cool. Just checking.
And we go... Yep, that's your turn. Let's go to Phelan.
I am, because
hidden.
These two goblins are also distracted onto Cass. I'm going through to try and protect them a little bit, and vicious opportunists with my sword again on Goblin Minion F.
Very nice.
So that's another 6 plus a 6. Huh?
It's a double crit.
So that is a 15 again.
So since you got a double crit and these are just minions, this is what I'll do. You see them gathering, closing on Cass. He's hunched over, heavily breathing, his mace raised, trying to fend them off. Goblin F raises his spear. He's about to plunge it into Cass's ribcage, and then lightning fast, you dart forwards. Using your left hand, you grab his spear, holding it in place, and then as he's distracted, with your right hand, shiv your dagger right into his heart. He gurgles, falls limp, and then you jump back, pulling the spear out of his limp hand, and with a swift motion of your wrist, plunge it forwards right into the neck of the goblin next to him, killing him as well.
Is Cass down?
He is... So how going down works in Nimble is if your HP runs out, you just get a wound. You don't... Yeah, he's basically... He can still act, but if they attack him again, he'll take more wounds, and if he gets 6 wounds, he will die.
Okay, so at the moment, do I count as dying?
Yes, but you only have 1 wound.
Perfect.
Am I able to move next to Cass and then attack Goblin Monkey Bee.
You sure can, except you won't have any more actions. That'll be your third action.
Okay.
But if they attack him, you can now use your reaction to interpose yourself in his place, if you like.
I would rather do that.
Yes. Alright, and Kale, you're up.
I think he went AFK for a sec.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
Sorry, yeah. He's going.
Alright, so oh, he's back. Well, alright. Go ahead, Kale.
Take aim at Goblin Flunky B.
Go ahead. He's not looking too good.
And hit him for 6.
Ooh. His mouth no longer producing voices, just silently laughing, mocking Cass as he's about to dig his spear into Cass's neck. And then the arrow finds him right in his open mouth and takes the bottom half of his jaw off. And he goes to the ground, crumbles into dust.
And I mark, with a hunter's mark, Goblin Rat Rider.
Very nice.
And loose. Or 7.
Ooh, very nice. The arrow hits the flank of the giant rat. It squeals in pain. The goblin rat rider hits it with the butt of his spear.
Don't give up! Keep moving! Keep moving! Ah!
He is clinging to life, but just barely. And then we go to Cass. Cass, your vision is blurry, your consciousness fading, but you can summon the strength to fight if you want to.
On my knee, I just sort of coughed for a second. I'm looking at the dead corpse in front of me and going, I have dealt with a lot more worse than you have. And I will put my hand to my chest, gripping my symbol of the Almighty that's emblazoned on the armor, and I'm going to use my Searing Light on myself. Which is heal will 8 to a dying creature within reach 6. Do I count within reach 6?
Yes, you can do it on yourself, but you do have to pass the strength save first to make sure you don't succumb to your injuries.
Alright, so that's D20 plus strength?
Plus your strength, and it just has to be 10 or higher.
Alright, here we go. Pick a god and pray. Yeah.
You summon... You do manage to heal yourself, and suddenly you feel the life returning. You're standing next to him, Phelan. You see his wound just close up. There wasn't any blood before, but now it looks like he was not even hurt to begin with. However, Cass, you do take a second wound.
Alright, so
you're no longer dying.
Alright, so I just, do I still heal my will D8?
You still heal, you just take a second wound. Right, and how wounds work in this game is they're sort of like, they take a while to heal. So like, when you have a safe rest, you'll heal a wound, but you still have one of the wounds left.
Alright, so I heal 12.
You're back in the fight. And 2 more actions to go.
2 more actions. Alright. Cass at the moment is sort of just like the indignation of being knocked down by a lucky hit. He is out for blood, and he's going to sprint to the rat. Was it? Yeah, the rat rider. Sorry, I was like, had to zoom in for a sec.
Yep, just rush right up to him.
Yeah, I am going to sprint into him and withering touch, basically just reaching for the rat rider's neck. He is at the moment out for blood. He is pissed. So, 9.
Ooh, 9. You grab him by the neck and you squeeze as hard as you can. Before your eyes, his skin withers, turns grey, begins to melt until there's a skeleton goblin riding on top of a giant rat, and then its skull cracks, crumbles into dust, and the giant rat itself just dies, as if its heart suddenly stopped.
Done.
I just rip the skeleton off the rat, but I am done with these fucking goblins.
And this
Finish them up.
motherfucking plane.
The two goblins who are left, seeing their leader go down, just exchange glances with each other, their eyes wide.
Run!
One of them shouts, "Run for your life!" They turn and begin to flee, and it's at this moment that the crow in the cage caws. Fairy Blossom gasps, sits bolt upright, looks around, bemused, sees what's going on. She locks eyes with you, Kronk, seemingly knowing that you're the one who saved her. She winks and snaps her fingers. And Kronk, you gain the ability to make 3 attacks this round without disadvantage. And now it's your turn.
Okay. Kronk's just done. I don't think so, little goblin. And rolls a hit. That with a 7 plus 2, which is 9 plus 4 plus 4. So I think that goblin is dead.
He's turning to run, and you just sort of step up and with a yell bring your axe down, and he doesn't even have time to take a step before the blade finds him and smashes him into gunk. You have 2 more free attacks, but you still have to use your actions to get to your target.
Let's fun move. Stay. Am I able to go? Oh,
You sure can.
alright. Oh, I'm having a fun time. I'm just having fun. That is a 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4. That rat's dead.
Yep. You hit it with the swing of your blade, sending it flying into the air, and with a splash, it lands in the pool of water and dies.
Alright. Hello, little goblin.
No,
You remember
no,
when
no,
I said-
no!
Says the goblin, backing away, his spear trembling.
You remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. That is a 5. Well, it's 5 plus 7 plus 4. So that's a goblin dead. But can I just do a little bit of fun flavor?
Yeah,
here,
go
'cause I'm
ahead.
double
I was
raging?
going to ask you, how would you like to take him out?
Just for the fun, expend both Rage Fury dice. I'd like to pick up the goblin and just by the legs and the hips and just slowly just start tearing him apart. The skin just like elastic coming apart and just rip.
And then there's a loud snap, and his spine just drops.
And Crunk comes down and is like, Princess Longbottom, I'm coming! And I just rip off the cage.
Yeah.
Cage door.
You rush forwards, don't even need to roll might for this, you just grab the flimsy bars and with a yell, snap them off. The tiny fairy looks up at you. To her, you may as well be a giant. She's barely bigger than your big toe, Kronk. But she knows you mean her no harm. She just looks up at you, buries her hands in her hips and says,
Well, it's about bloomin' time.
We came as fast as we could, Miss Longbottom. My name is Kronk, and these are my party members. As soon as we saw you were in danger, we tried to go faster, but we're here now. You're safe, you're protected, and we can go now. It's okay.
she smiles.
Well, I reckon I could have got myself out if you'd given me enough time, but
Oh, the stench of all those goblins. One whiff and I was out of it. I was gone, you see? So, I suppose I owes you a boon, I does. She winks. When I get back to me tree, I'll see you good, I will.
We will see you there, then we can have the festival and we can all have fun.
Right, the festival. Well, I'll be glad to get back to that business. As much as I dislike having to herd a bunch of cats as the people of Merryvale are, I imagine it's far less ghastly business than whatever those goblins had planned for me it is.
But the people of the village love you. They won't do anything to hurt you.
It's like a bunch of rabid toddlers they are at times, but, well, I suppose I am sort of fond of them.
Alright, well, I want you to go back to your tree and get plenty of it. Do you need us to come with you?
I wouldn't mind it, she says. Never know if there's more of those goblins. They seemed quite eager to get their mitts on me, they did. They was going to deliver me to someone bad who hired them. Only they wasn't sure which boss to return me to. Seems like they've got some internal strife. They was arguing. Couldn't decide whether to hand me over to one bloke or the other. They couldn't. That's why they was camped here.
I think there's plenty of time to find out information, but we need to get you home safe first.
She nods in agreement, and then she flaps her wings, flittering out of the cage. She circles around your head, perches on your shoulder, and delivers a tiny kiss to your cheek. Then she flaps her wings again, flits through the air like a butterfly, and she hovers before you, Cass. I see the symbol of... Go ahead.
So I was going to say, while all this was happening, I'm just sort of kneeled down by the water source, just clutching the symbol of
bloody
the
water
Almighty.
source.
Yeah, well, the pond here. I was just sort of like, just kneeling down with, clutching the symbol of the Almighty, sort of just heavy breathing, like almost panicked breathing. It's like,
You idiot. You almost squandered this chance again. What are you doing?
And just like
Beat
repeatedly
yourself
just chastising himself silently while Kronk was dealing with the fairy.
Ain't no need for that, says Moonblossom's tiny voice in your ear.
I just
You
look over
did
my...
the Almighty proud, you did.
I didn't know I had an audience.
And I just kneel up, so...
No, you weren't supposed to be seeing that. Sorry.
I see everything those spoiled children in Merryvale's doing all the time. Why would you be any different? You shouldn't beat yourself up. It don't matter what you failed at, love. You succeeded in rescuing me. And the Almighty will be mighty happy he will be.
For a split second, I just quickly look around at Kronk, Kale, and Phelan. Are any of you guys looking in my direction at all?
I am currently in a tent, so
yeah,
no.
she's looting the tent.
Yeah.
Well, because you are Kronk's friend, and
Mhm.
so he's gone over to you after talking to Longbottom to make sure you're okay.
I'm by the fire, just trying to stop the bleeding and tend my own injuries.
Okay. I won't do something.
Remedies.
You see my hand go to my face for a second, and I see Kronk go over, and I'll just sort of never mind, and I'll just keep going. Sorry.
1 second, just need.
And I'll just go to keep talking to Moonblossom, going.
Any injuries though? Are you alright?
Oh, no, they didn't lay a finger on me, aside from the obvious, the indignity of locking me in that cage. But they didn't hurt me. Seems they was given strict orders to make sure I was unarmed. Whoever hired them had an interest in me being in one piece.
I just sort of make a motion through where we went through the forest.
and say, there was a similar tree like yours. Know anything about it?
Aye, lots of fairy trees in these parts, or there used to be. Until, well, it's hard to explain. I know something bad happened, but I don't quite have the memory, right? See, I was lucky enough. Some of our trees was outside the forest when it happened, and, well, the village found its way to my tree, built itself around me, and it was the belief they had in me that allowed my tree to stand where others fell, but there was something bad what happened in this forest a long time ago. She racks her brains, scratching her head. You see her tiny face wrinkle in deep thought as she's trying to rifle through her head to find any fragment of a memory. The trees were... well, they was... she didn't want them around. The Dark Mother. The Dark Mother with 1,000 young. And the trees, well, the Almighty wouldn't let her do as she pleased with the forest. He sealed her away, I think. And the rest of the fairy trees were lost in the process. That's the price we had to pay.
Dark Mother.
Does the Dark Mother at all ring any bells?
I would say you can make a lore check if you like.
Alright. Oh, straight D20. This can only go good, surely. 11. Okay, better than nothing.
So you do know from your days studying in the cloister that the Elderwild was said to have been grown upon the corpse of a titan that even in death was so magical that a forest such as this sprung on its back overnight. But there were some tales that stated that the titan wasn't fully dead, that it was only asleep, that it may one day wake up, that the forest itself grew to keep it sealed there, to ensure that the land would never again be tainted by its presence.
Does this Dark Mother have any symbols that I would know about? Like,
none that you're aware of. It's something that's sort of whispered about in folklore, but nothing that's ever been defined. The stories about it predate even the texts containing the wisdom of the Almighty, long before the old empire was even a fledgling settlement. This happened.
Okay. I just sort of, do mutter like a prayer to the Almighty.
Well, at least we were able to save you.
Right, and when we get me back to my tree, I'll give you a boon. Fair earned and fair paid, and then we're even. That's what the Almighty would want.
I got to meet a blessing of the Almighty, such as yourself. I've got quite a boon from that.
And I just sort of just smile and say,
instead, if you mind, could I commune with the tree when we get back?
Oh, feel free, but I'll let you in on a little secret. It ain't the tree the people of Maryvale is communing with. It's me. Nothing but little old me.
And I'll just lean in then and whisper like,
do you mind if I do it with you then?
Oh, feel free, but let me get home and have a chance to freshen up first. They'll be doing the festival when I get back, I suppose, and, well, it's traditional in the festival to offer offerings to the tree, and, well, You could come up and have a little chat. I reckon you'd be a mite more interesting than the conversations I normally have to hear from the townsfolk.
Phrasing?
No phrasing indeed. No,
Oh my
no
God.
phrasing. No phrasing. No. There is no phrasing intended. He just sort of nods and just taps the holy symbol and presses himself up at the water source after everything.
Meanwhile, Phelan, you're in the goblin's tent. You wonder how so many goblins fit in here. It's barely big enough for you to move around. If you were lying down, sleeping here, you think your body would take up the majority of the space. They must have been stacked in here like sardines, and that's not accounting for all the miscellaneous crap they've got lying around. The bags, pouches, rations, water skins. Go ahead and make me an examination check to see what you find in amongst all this mess.
Yeah.
How much was
That
that?
is a 16.
16. So the rations are nothing to write home about. In fact, most of this food seems to be spoiled. You swear this beef jerky has maggots writhing in it. You tuck it away before Kronk can find it. The water skins again. You probably don't fancy drinking that, but then you find a small wooden box tucked away under one of the bedrolls, and your eyes glimmer. There's a lock on it, but it's no problem for you. You quickly pick it open, lift the lid, and inside you find what must be the goblins' ill-gotten gains, what they were paid to kidnap Moonblossom. 80 gold coins, 20 for each of you. And at the
damn.
bottom of the wooden box, 2 grubby pieces of paper. The first appears to be a note of some kind. The other, a map. Clutching them in your hand, you step out of the tent to show them to the others. Which one would you like to look at first?
The note, huh?
Show the note to the others. The parchment is yellowed, scruffy, and written on it is a message in handwriting that is far too neat to have been written by a goblin. Oh, Pinky, better not come back without my ingredients. We have an agreement, Krog. Green Thumb.
We're expecting that to be signed The Brain.
But unfortunately, it is signed Green Thumb. Obviously, he's not up to date on his pop culture from another world. The other appears to be a crude map. You unfurl it and show it to the others. It seems to be a crudely drawn rendering of the Valley of Hope, or at least the section of the Valley of Hope somewhere in between Merryvale and the Elderwild. There are crude drawings of trees, foothills, a creek, a cabin.
Gotta say though, that handout's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, they are
And-
pretty fucking thick.
In the very center of it, marked with a crudely drawn skull, what appears to be the goblin base.
Ooh. I guess we know where we're going next, huh?
Aye, but first I fancy getting home for a nice rest, says Moonblossom. She
Excellent idea.
Kronk. You feel her tiny finger wrap you on the side of the neck, and she says, "All right then, giddy up, handsome. Let's get home."
Okay, Fairy Bottom, let's go.
And with that, you begin your long march back to the village of Merryvale, exiting the Elderwild, but sure that sometime very soon you will be back here, plumbing more of its secrets. So you make your way back to the village of Merryvale. It takes a day and a night, just as it did when you were on the way, but the journey back is far more relaxed. There's no danger of goblins ambushing you. You're not in pursuit of anything. And this time you have Moonblossom with you. The journey seems to take quicker. It seems to pass in a breeze. It takes the same amount of time, but you don't seem to be consciously aware of it. As Moonblossom weaves her magic, it seems to pass in a blur of laughter, of jolly jokes and tales regaled of your adventures in the forest. You crest the hill, see the village of Merryvale stretching out before you on the edge of the Sanguine River, and there, gathered at the edge of the town square, are all the townspeople in attendance. The 3 militia boys, Cor, Tybris, and Sills, Father Bell, the priest, Mayor Tills, and Marla Homebrew. And as they see you trudging down towards them, they catch glimpses of Moonblossom's wings glittering in the afternoon sun. And Mayor Tills shouts, 3 cheers for the heroes of Merryvale! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! And now the festival can begin in earnest.
Go.
You guys completed this adventure, and you've leveled up to level 2.
Hell yeah!
You get to have a safe rest in town, which means that all of your abilities recharge, all of your hit dice are restored to you, as Marla Homebrew puts you up at the Valley's Rest Inn for free, holds a feast in your honor, and you're served the house special griffin stew and as many free drinks as you can handle, as everyone parties into the night. And in the din of the party, in the midst of the revelry, the little fairy Moonblossom disappears, retreating back to the safety, to the quiet solitude of the fairy tree, where she watches over the village and its people. So I did end it a bit early, just so I could give you time to level up and explain how to level up.
Before we end things,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Am I able to prick my finger?
You sure can.
I want to ask the question of, is this town what it seems to be?
So
And
as
you need to prick your
everyone
finger for that?
As everyone parties, as they drink and eat and play and arm wrestle, as Kronk defeats not 1, not 2, not 3, but every single man in the pub who lines up to challenge him at arm wrestling, and ends up being bought about 10 rounds of drink as a result, and probably sleeps well into noon of the next day as a result. Phelan silently sneaks out. She stands in the dark on the edge of the town square, in the shadows of the tavern, and she reaches for the sword engraved with images of scorpions, pincers, and spiders. She unsheathes it, and closing her eyes, bracing herself, she runs the tip of her finger along the edge of its blade, drawing a single drop of blood. Phelan, go ahead and roll an insight check for me, please.
My phone died, so I have to roll it on here. If it's going to let me to roll.
When
Are you
you
able
need
to
your
roll
actual
for
dice.
me?
Can roll it. How much was it? Did it roll in here? I can roll it for you if you tell me
If you
what
can,
what's your insight?
my insight is a +1.
+1. All right, let's see how you go. Where's the d20? Throw that in. That is a 15. Okay. You close your eyes and are seemingly pulled into a vision, into a trance, in the darkness. Cold white sand dunes rolling onwards for as far as you can see, seemingly endless. Your mind is pulled down beneath them into the depths to contact, to touch that which sleeps beneath the insidious, all-knowing intelligence that slumbers under the desert, that disturbs, feels your presence, and reaches out to you from its dream and whispers, "This poor village. Soon they will all be dead.
Oh, fuck.
Sacrifices for the Dark Mother. Black goat of the woods. Fodder for her 1,000 young."
That's not a good thing.
And it begins next time on Dice of the Dead.
This was Heroes of the Broken Lands, a Dice of the Dead actual play, with DG as DM, Sabaton Liam, Arch as Apothecary, Sebi the Vamp, and Seraphina as players. Music by Troika Games. Game design by Evan Diaz.